on the island of Puerto Rico. On April 26, 2013, at 9:20 p.m. at the Rafael Hernandez International Airport.
The federal agents involved in this incident said they leaked the video because the US government seemed to have no intention of disclosing this incident. But here it was in the controlled airspace around the airport without permission and tracked on radar. They felt that whatever it was, people had a right to know.
And it seems the federal agents in question may have been aboard a Department of Homeland Security DHC-8 maritime aircraft.
We have this maritime patrol craft that is loaded with sophisticated surveillance equipment. The sort of camera that you would use to try to detect and stop illegal drug trafficking.
And as the aircraft takes off for a routine patrol, the crew sees something highly unusual. Immediately, they switch on the infrared camera. And what they record proves to be perhaps the most shocking evidence of an incredible UFO, the likes of which the world has never seen. The object is tracked visually by the captain of the aircraft and by a control tower operator who claims the UFO has a strange red light. Bob Spearing, field investigator and visual analysis expert for the Mutual UFO Network, studied the case.
What's incredibly intriguing about this video footage is that the object is in restricted airspace. It is flying at 80 miles an hour, tumbling as it's going. It behaves in a way that is not logical or has any known flight characteristics of conventional aircraft.
At first, the UFO appears as a forward-flying horseshoe, then changes its configuration to a more spherical shape.
It's an odd shape, doesn't seem to be aerodynamic in any way, shape, or form, yet it is speeding along without any sort of difficulty. It continues at 80 miles an hour over populated areas. At one point, it can be seen flying over a highway in Puerto Rico.
It looks like it is rapidly tumbling. It loses altitude very quickly, and it's really fascinating.
What we're looking at here is the object over water now. You can see the waves and the beach. It's about to go under the water.
And this is the most crazy sounding thing of all. It flies into the ocean.
Is submerged for several seconds and then emerges again out of the water. Here it splits into two identical objects. There is nothing known that can separate into two separate objects without losing velocity.
You know, maybe it's a possibility that we have a drone that can go in and out of water, but a drone that breaks in two, that seems pretty unlikely to me.
My conclusion is that this is truly an unknown object. It perplexed the military. They did not want to answer FOIA requests for this video. There is nothing normal about this sighting.
In August 2015, investigators from the Scientific Coalition of Ufology, a group with diverse backgrounds in science and technology, release a report about the Puerto Rico incident. It concludes that the UFO is in fact an unknown object. There is no explanation for its ability to split into two equally sized objects as the original, and it displayed properties unexplainable within our current understanding of physics. But it stops short of claiming the video is of an alien spacecraft.
Taken collectively, we have a really compelling case here. We don't just have the eyewitness testimony from these expert trained observers, but we have the film, and of course, we have the fact that this was tracked on radar.
It definitely is not technology that the United States or anybody in the world possesses at this point in time. So that implies, obviously, that there is some sort of otherworldly origin to this stuff. It's really rare to see any kind of footage of alleged UFOs and be able to say with a lot of absolute clarity that that's something strange and is completely unexplainable, but that's exactly how I would describe this object.
If this UFO is in fact an extraterrestrial spacecraft, might there be additional evidence of alien visitation that the military has covered up? The truth may be found in the most recent astonishing admission by the Pentagon.